Welcome to the Magswitch Workholding System, a series of 8 different tools that offer hundreds of possibilities in every cast iron and steel tabletop tool in your entire workshop. Interchangeability, speed, precision, ease of use, everything you could possibly ask for workholding solutions for all of your woodworking at every machine you own. We're going to go through each of these tools in just a moment, but understand that all of these are based on the universal base. The universal base takes every attachment we're going to show you, takes 2 mag jigs to make it work. All you need to do is put it in place, turn the 2 magnets on, you've got phenomenal holding power for every machine in your shop. Let's get started with the individual products. The heart of the Magswitch Workholding System is the starter kit. Great price point, comes with everything you need to get started in the entire system. 2 mag jigs that fit in the universal base. You can see how easily they go from one base to another if you do have multiple bases. A reversible featherboard, the most obvious, the most easiest to understand part of the entire system is the featherboard. So we start off with one that's reversible. It can go from left to right or right to left, which means it's perfect for every tool you own. It means it's perfect to go on the fences of your tools that have cast iron fences. And everything, of course, is set up and turned on just that easily. Nothing's faster, nothing's got the kind of holding power that the Magswitch mag jigs can give you. In this case, about 300 pounds of clamping force to make sure all of your attachments stay put. The reversible featherboard does take some attachments. Here we'll show you how the vertical attachment fits on. A couple of knobs and bolts, a couple of brackets. Now you're able to hold down at the same time you're holding in. Both pieces are reversible, so you can hold down and in on the left side or the right side of your blade. That same tool comes with some riser blocks. It comes with 4. Here I'm showing you with only 1 on each side. You could make it double tall. Now you've got the ability to put a featherboard on top of a featherboard. You're holding in against the fence with 2 featherboards at the same time, stacked either single or double tall. You can even make it taller than that by buying more kits. It gives you the ability to hold tall panels with phenomenal support. Tool of the Year 2009, hottest new tool of the year by Wood Magazine is the Resaw Guide, and its twin brother we'll get to in a second. The Resaw Guide is a single set of ball bearings in the center. Gives you the ability to adjust your wood, since most bandsaws tend to cut a little to the left, a little to the right. When you're doing what's called resawing, the Resaw Guide lets you cut your wood easily, adjusting for blade drift the entire time, and once again sets up, adjusts, and turns on that quickly. It's also fantastic for outfeed whenever you're not going to be pinching the wood against the blade, whether it's on a fence or on a table. Makes a great outfeed as well. It does have a twin brother, and this twin brother is in fact 2 sets of ball bearings. With 2 sets, I don't have that pivot I did in the Resaw Guide. I've got rock solid support for my tall panels. So once again, whether it's on a table, whether it's on a fence, put it in place, push it gently up against your tall panels, turn it on. You've got the kind of support you can't get without it. All these tools have one other thing in common. They're all designed to block your fingers from getting to the blade, give you better quality of cut and much greater safety as well. The next tool in the system is 3 tools in 1. It's called the Ultimate Thin Stock Jig and Rip Guide. If you do have standard thicknesses of thinner lumber, maybe it's 1/8 inch, maybe it's 1/4, maybe it's 3/8, you can use this stair-step approach side right here. Simply put it at an angle, exactly parallel to your lumber, and push it up gently against that thin stock. Turn it on and start running that thin stock. You're not going to have the kind of chatter, the kind of noise, as it's called, that lumber is going to give you as it hits the blade. If that's not giving you the support you need, if maybe your stock is not the thicknesses that we gave you, 1/8, 1/4, and 3/8, the other side is stair-stepped, and we'll give you everything from about 1/16 all the way up to about 3/4. In the center, we've got one very special device. That's a ball bearing. Put it to the left of the blade, just the distance you need. Turn it on. Now bring your lumber up to the ball bearing and run it past your blade. You're going to be cutting off thin strips. Now you bring your lumber up to the blade again, cut it off again, and you'll do a repetitive thin stripping of your lumber. Just a wonderful third part of the 3-in-1 tool, the Ultimate Thin Stock Jig and Rip Guide. The last part of the system is universal tracks. Whether you have an 18-inch long one here, or like a 36-inch long one we have over here, these are wonderful devices for everything from a basic straight edge, basic crosscut guide, and rip guide for your circular saw. More importantly, they are a fence wherever you need a fence. On a bandsaw, on a cast iron router table or shaper. Absolutely fantastic for anywhere you want to put a fence that's going to have tracks along with it. With those tracks, I can now do store-bought items like this repetitive stop, maybe a homemade device. Maybe it's attaching one of our featherboards, since our reversible featherboard and a vertical attachment both fit. I can now put a featherboard, a stop, a bit or blade guard, any of the things I might need on my bandsaw, my shaper, my joiner planer, my cast iron router table, the fence of a table saw, the fence of any of my tools. I can now have a fence that has slots, that's dead straight and flat, anywhere I need it, and I can start attaching things to them. They do take all the hardware sold in America today that's designed to fit into anybody's track in the entire industry. They truly are universal track. They can be seated by themselves with the universal base you see here. They can be clamped to an existing fence with a couple of either store-bought or homemade clamps as well. That's the basics of the entire Magswitch Workholding System. About 8 different tools, hundreds of possibilities to go quickly and easily from one tool to another and work on almost every tool you have in your entire shop today.